It is a sunny but windy afternoon in Alabama for the Birmingham Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania. This afternoon from historic Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama, it's a matchup of the American Athletic Conference against the SEC as the South Florida Bulls, with a record of 10-2, go up against South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming into this bowl game with a record of 6-6. The Bulls in white, the Gamecocks in the black and red, and they will bring it out. And this is Dearness Johnson out across the 40, across the 45. So an impressive return by Johnson. So great field position for Quentin Flowers. Here's a look at TJ Weist, first year at South Florida, taking over for Willie Taggart, who of course is on his way to Oregon, or is at Oregon, and now Flowers. With time, has a man open, but it was tipped at the line. Incomplete. Tipped at the line by TJ Holloman, so the Gamecocks take over in great field position after the stop.
Well, this game could not have started any better for South Carolina. They get instant field position, and the defense comes up with two big stops, created 6 turnovers in the last 2 games. 4 of those were interceptions, so they do have some ball hawks in that secondary.
3rd and 7. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it. High throw. This will be intercepted, and this time Abraham holds on to it. He's in the open field, into South Carolina territory, so Devin Abraham back on the field and making an impact right away.
Talking about turnovers, talking about interceptions, and that's what the Bulls have lived on over the past month. They've done a great job at the end of the season creating turnovers and being the right place at the right time, and Abraham did a great job of just catching that football well over the head of the Gamecock wide receiver. So now good field position again for the Bulls to start their second series.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers for Flowers. Gets rid of it to Adams. Makes a move, loses the football. Ball's loose. Adams might have got it back. Chris Lamons with the tackle poked it free, but Adams able to jump on it. Sharing their time with those young children. Now Flowers keeps it himself, has an alley. Still on his feet inside the 25, so Quentin Flowers picks up the first down. Brought down by Marquavius Lewis, an 11-yard pickup for the American Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Year.
Really good job by that offensive line, especially Marcus Norman, the right tackle, getting out in front of Quentin Flowers, and there's another explosive run by the Player of the Year in the American Conference.
Down to the Gamecock 23, empty backfield, now Mack in motion. Flowers to throw. Complete inside the 10. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with the grab. So 1st and goal now for the Bulls. Now Mack empties the backfield. Flowers, quarterback draw, and he scores.
Flowers has been so impressive early in this football game, and he's been so consistent for the Bulls throughout the 2016 campaign. That's his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
Now Brandon Baird, as they go for 2, Reeves throws it in, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. Brett Keane with the toss to Mitchell Wilcox. So Coach Weiss told us he had a few trick plays up his sleeve, and he breaks one out on the 2-point conversion.
Hey, it's been fun so far here in Birmingham. It all starts with the defense. The defense sets the table. Devin Abraham, he gets the interception, gets excellent field position for the Bulls offensively, and then it was all the American Offensive Player of the Year, Quentin Flowers, doing such a great job finding a way into the end zone. They go for 2, up 8-0. The Gamecocks have to answer.
Bentley over the middle, complete to Brian Edwards. Looks like he might be short, though.
Needs to do the same thing here on 3rd.
Now Gamecocks have him in 3rd and long. Flowers out of the pocket. Now scramble. Gets rid of it. Complete for a 1st down to Johnson.
What a terrific job by Flowers, running full speed to his left, squaring his shoulders and hips up and throwing an accurate football to Johnson on the sideline. That's just a great individual effort.
Two sets of stacked receivers involved with Scantling by himself. On the slant, it's complete to McCants. Into South Carolina territory, Tyree McCants with the grab.
Well, South Florida does a great job of using multiple formations.
Now Mack in the backfield with Flowers. Twins to the wide side. Barr in motion. Flowers keeps it himself, has an alley. Inside the 20, still on his feet. Taken out of bounds at the 5. Jamarcus King with the tackle, but another solid pickup by Quentin Flowers.
Speed to burn. That great decision in the run game by Quentin Flowers. Right now, South Carolina does not have an answer. That one goes for 24, and the Bulls are knocking at the door again inside the 5.
Mack in the backfield. Bronson, bottom of your screen to the left. Now they fake the jet sweep. Flowers looking to keep it himself again. Now he's retreating. He's looking for a block. Gets it and scores. Just how they drew it up, right, John?
There's a lot of ink on the whiteboard, that's for sure. Man, how about Quentin Flowers? Just directing traffic, saying, Barr, you get this guy. The wideout comes in, gets the last block, and the Bulls fans liking what they're seeing in Birmingham.
All right, let's see if they try the kick this time. Now Bear comes over. Well, John, if America didn't know about Quentin Flowers half an hour ago, they're starting to find out about him this afternoon.
South Carolina needs to pick it up offensively. 2 drives, 6 plays, no points. They need to find a way to stay on the field.
Bentley, complete to Hayden Hurst. And that picks up a South Carolina first down. Hurst, most catches by a South Carolina tight end this season, picks up 10 there. Nigel Harris with the tackle. Boy, does Coach Muschamp need a first down from his offense here. Keep Quentin Flowers off the field, and
I go
also get some points.
Right back to Hayden Hurst here. A lot of cushion inside slot on the trips formation.
Here comes pressure. They run it, and nothing doing. Daddle with no gain, probably a loss. That solid front 4. Kevin Bronson leading the way for a loss of 1. Nigel Harrison on the play as well.
Now 17 touchdowns on the year.
Here's Adams on the jet sweep. Gets a block. Gets one more block. Gets out near the 40. Good play by Lamons, or else he could still be running. 18-yard pickup on the fly sweep by Adams. Trips to the right. McCants in the backfield. South Carolina showing pressure. Here it comes, but it's complete to the tight end over the middle. That's a South Florida first down. Ball came out.
That may have come out.
Ryshean Bronson with the grab. And they're saying South Carolina ball.
Well, there's the turnover South Carolina was looking for. They create a tackle for loss on the play before, and then they get the strip of the football.
So a completed pass fumbled and recovered by the defense. First down.
Contact with the strip.
It looked like Eric Jones was coming in there late as well, Eamon, trying to rip at the football.
Let's see. That ball's definitely out, so
Yeah.
a good call by this Mountain West crew. Bentley fakes it, looking for the deep ball, has his man Samuel. And boy, John, the wind held that up, or he could still be running. He had his man beat.
You're right. Samuel was well behind the Bulls secondary, and that ball just hung up in the air. One of those plays needs to get in for 6 to get this game, get that momentum back on their side.
They'll certainly take the 29-yard gain, but that could have been an even bigger play. That ball has him sitting over the middle of the Hurst, who makes the grab in traffic down to the South Florida 25. So Bentley showing off the arm strength now, a gain of 18.
Beautiful throw right there. That makes up for it, and it looks like you come back in. You know, he's a pure pocket passer. He handles the speed of the game very well, and on those last two plays, put the first one close. That one was a good, tight throw over the middle.
Lost one to Hurst, who makes a nice grab, and he will score. Perfect touch on the throw, and even better catch, and the Gamecocks are on the scoreboard.
Boy, really love the play call by Kurt Roper, and this is just great play action in the backfield to A.J. Turner, and then what a catch by Hurst. The one-handed catch goes for 25 and 6 points.
Kurt Roper telling us this week that Hurst is going to be a great one for us down the road. He can create, he's a mismatch for linebackers, and certainly that played out on that play. It's now Elliott Fry on for the extra point.
Wait a minute, it took a little while for the South Carolina offense to get rolling, but set up by a big turnover and two big throws by Jake Bentley. The 25-yarder to the big tight end, Hayden Hurst, gets them back in the football game and gets a little momentum on their side.
Now Flowers, plenty of time, has a man open. It's Adams in stride out near the 45.
That's just perfect execution. Great job and good timing in the pocket by Quentin Flowers. That back foot hits, he finally clears, and he finds his playmaker, Rodney Adams, for 21 yards.
5 wide receivers, stacked set to the right. Flowers going to keep it on a quarterback run. Gets the block, squeaks through, gets another block on the perimeter, and gets the first down. I wonder if Flowers can do the pooch punt to play field position here after giving up a touchdown, but Coach Wiest right now looks like he's rolling the dice and going for it on 4th. Complete to McCants for the first down and more. Johnson with the grab, and he's marked out at the 20. So Lamons with the tackle, but a 22-yard pickup by the Junkyard Dog. Remember, started after they almost didn't come up with the ball on the kickoff. Here's Johnson, bounces to the outside, inside the 10, inside the 5. First and goal, South Florida.
Here they go tempo. They want to go fast, even in the red zone. They're going to line up as soon as the official spots the football and try to get that quarterback run or zone read going here.
Flowers keeps it himself, and he just strolls into the end zone.
That's too easy.
Coach Wiest and Coach Strong might want him to sprint in, though. I think you might want to get into safety land a little bit faster than that.
You know what? If there's no black jerseys around, you might as well walk into the end zone, and that was just too easy for South Florida. South Carolina has to come up with an answer to stop the quarterback run.
So Flowers and the Bulls answer South Carolina's touchdown. We're going to go back up by 15 with the extra point from Bear. It's good, and John, you opened the show talking about how clutch he is on key 3rd and 4th downs, and that was on display on that drive.
Quentin Flowers just continues to make plays. He can beat you with his arm on this conversion to Ernest Johnston on the perimeter, or he can just waltz into the end zone on the zone read and make it 22-7. South Florida, and now he's going to have to be better in Pinellas County, in Hillsborough County, in all those surrounding areas where the Bulls live.
On the screen to Turner. Gets a block for the first down. So let's go back down to Kevin and Coach Strong.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck in the future.
All right, Kevin, thank you. Somewhat fitting that he gets a front row seat, Coach Strong, against South Carolina. One of his many stops as an assistant, but certainly becoming the defense coordinator there under Lou Holtz was a huge step in his coaching career.
Create a little bit more momentum on offense.
Here comes pressure. He steps up, has a man wide open. It's Samuel at the 30. All the way down to the 20. So Debo Samuel with the play. Nigel Harris brings him down. But what a difference a healthy Deebo Samuel has made to this offense down the stretch after battling a hamstring injury most of the year.
That offense is going to stay on the field, go for it on 4th down. I don't believe they're going to run the football here. Maybe a long 1.5. I think they're going to try to air this out.
Turner getting many of the reps here lately in the backfield instead of Dowdle, so he's out there. Hurst is in the slot to the right.
That's where I would go. I'd go slot right, man-to-man coverage.
That's where he's looking. Moving the pocket, looking for Hurst. Dropped. Tremendous coverage by Nate Godwin, forcing a high throw, but Hurst couldn't bring it in.
Hayden Hurst has a huge catch radius on the outside at 6'5", but what a great job by Nate Godwin making the football go up and over. Made it a tough throw for Bentley, and the Bulls defense a great stand.
So 3rd and 9 on the 9. Flowers swings it out to Adams. And he cannot get away for the first down. So good pursuit by the Gamecocks. DJ Smith with the tackle. Lamont's out there as well. Adams slow to get up.
Adams looked like he was holding that right knee as he went out of bounds. Good solid tackle by DJ Smith.
Moves it out to the 37. Another play fake. Long throw out to Samuel near midfield. Nice cut. Gets into Bull territory.
If I'm South Carolina, I'd play catch with Hurst at tight end and Samuel on the outside and go from there.
Bentley with time. Has Hurst open inside the 5. 1st and goal, South Carolina on a strike from Jake Bentley to the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
That time the Bulls play zone coverage, and it played right into the hands of Jake Bentley. He was able to have plenty of protection in the pocket and just throw a strike into the big 6'5" frame.
Hurst, a former professional baseball player, is in the slot to the right. Dowdle in the backfield. Looking for Samuel on the slant, and he's got him. So an impressive drive by Jake Bentley in the South Carolina offense, making it a 1-score game here if they get the extra point with 1:12 left to play.
Well, that was pretty. When you're as quick as Samuel is off the football and you win in that 1-yard box, doesn't take long to get separation down by the goal line.
Fry on for the extra point. And it's good. So the Gamecocks go 73 yards in 10 plays, and the freshman has found a rhythm. Flowers with time. Has a man open, and that's Johnson for a first down, and he gets out of bounds. Now Brandon Baer, the kicker, this year has 2 kicks, 33 and 30 yards. But he did kick a 48-yarder when he was at Jackson. There's T.J. Wiest, who admitted to us last night that after a career at Alabama, playing for Ray Perkins and Bill Curry, that it would be an honor and special to come back and be the head coach of a bowl game in Legion Field. Now he's more concerned about coming up with 3 yards and a first down. Flowers with time. Pumps. Still has time. Now has a man wide open. Johnson makes the grab and scores. 37 yards. Credit the offensive line for that touchdown for giving Flowers all day.
And the patience of Quentin Flowers behind that big offensive line to scan, to keep the play alive, and to find Dearness Johnson, who's been lining up all over the formations for the Bulls offensively, cradles the football and then finds a way to get into the end zone to make it 28-14 with 7 seconds left before halftime.
And now Baer on for the extra point. And it's good. Just so many weapons on this South Florida offense. Tough to contain.
in complete control.
That certainly was the case in the first half. Now Dowell breaks free into South Florida territory, runs into his own man, or he could have been gone. What a burst by Rico Dowdle. Brian Edwards prevented him from the touchdown.
And he's wearing the same color jersey, and you're just trying to help out in the secondary. Finally, South Carolina gets a big play running the football in that zone read. He's already had 3 100-yard games this season.
A huge game against Western Carolina. Here comes pressure, and he is dropped. Khalid McGee, sophomore out of Miami, and now a late flag. So that could wipe out the sack if that's against South Florida. South Florida fans not happy with the call.
Remember, in the first half, it was the blitz from the short side. This time, McGee comes from the wide side of the field.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 57.
So it's on Nigel Harris.
To the goal, and not
unnecessary roughness, especially when the checks show up.
That's right. Alligator on it.
Now the wide receiver screen to Samuel. Still on his feet inside the 5. First and goal, South Carolina.
I always say, Eamon, when you're down in the red zone, it's not about plays or formations. It's about players and how you can get the football to your playmakers. And Samuel's one of those guys, you know you can win off the line of scrimmage with him because he creates space. He's so quick off the ball. And the other guy's Hayden Hurst. So you want to get these guys involved to keep the momentum going offensively and get 6 points out of this drive.
They give it to Samuel on the fly sweep, and he lunges for the pylon. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What an effort by Samuel. That's how you start a second half. You come out, you get the football, and you take it down and score points. Nice adjustments by the coaching staff and way to get the football to your playmakers. And this is just a will to get into the end zone by Samuel.
So the turnaround after the sack on the unnecessary roughness call on Nigel Harris works to South Carolina's benefit. The Gamecocks go 65 yards in 8 plays and are right back in this ball game. Elliott Fry on for the extra point, but again it was the youngsters on offense. Dowdle with the big run, and then Samuel finishing it off. The extra point is good. So it's a one-score game once again, and certainly exactly what Coach Muschamp and the Gamecocks were looking for.
Well, we've seen the adjustments on offense. Defensively, how do they find a way to get off the field on third down?
Of course, the way Coach Wiest has been coaching this game, it could be 4-down territory as they get close to the first down here on third down. Flowers with all day over the middle into traffic, complete to Adams. Somehow he went up in double coverage and made the grab over the middle. 16 yards.
And he took it away from 2 defenders. DJ Smith, the safety, was there, and Montauk, the corner, was there.
Trips to the right. Mack in the backfield. Flowers keeps it himself. Has the first down, gets inside the 30, down to the 26. So good job there by Cameron Ruff leading the way, along with Kofi Amichia. As they are inside the red zone looking to answer South Carolina's score to open the half. And Mack changes direction, looking for a block from Barr, gets one. They also got a block from Quentin Flowers. So Mack making something out of nothing. He'll get some help along the way for a gain of 9.
I don't know who's going to end up on the South Florida staff, but you have to get used to saying, no, no, no. Yeah, that's okay. Because there's plenty of U-turn runs in this offense.
10th play of the drive. Plenty of time on the play clock. Into the corner, looking for Valdez-Scantling, and it's out of bounds.
I think the wind just got that one. He tried to throw that fade route to the right corner, the deep pylon shot, and the wind is gusting going in that direction. I just think it turned up the notch, I guess, on the wind, and the ball just flew about 10 yards out of the field of play.
And TJ Wiest here is going to take the points to make it a 2-possession game. Sends out Brandon Bear, who I mentioned has 2 kicks on the year, both against later in the season as he came on for Emilio Nadelman. This will be a 21-yarder. Holder's Brent Gordon. And the kick is good. So they take some time off the clock and get some points. They now lead by 11. South Florida 32, South Carolina 21. Thank you, Reese. Certainly sad news for the world of college football. Bentley gets sacked and dropped at the 30. Bentley with time, intercepted, read perfectly by the defense. They could score. Touchdown, South Florida. Tajay Fullwood with the pick 6.
Damon, you called it perfectly. Great timing out of the secondary. Like a ball hawk, he comes and explodes from the safety position. He's just going to sit back in center field and look down the barrel of Jake Bentley in his eyes. He's waiting for that crossing route. The ball's not going to go over his head. He breaks on the football immediately in front of the receiver from South Carolina, and House calls it for the defense of the Bulls.
47 yards on the return, his second interception of the season. And this one's for 6 points in a bowl game. Bear delivers the extra point. And the uphill battle now, the climb continues for South Carolina, but Tajay Fullwood read it all the way, and then he took it back to the farmhouse, warehouse, outhouse, hen house, and doghouse. So, and they go for the squib, but it's not going to go 10 yards. So they go for the onside kick, up by 18, and now South Carolina is going to get tremendous field position. I don't know. I know about rolling the dice in bowl games, John, but I don't know about that one.
No, the last thing you want to do is give South Carolina any type of field position.
But he does put him in position to go for it on 4th down. With time over the middle, low throw. Good catch. They say it's complete to K.C. Crosby. Nate Godwin with the coverage. A good job by Crosby to seal the defender and go down and make the grab. Take another look at it. Looked like he had it as he went to the ground. Now the wide receiver screen again to Edwards. Still on his feet inside the 5, all the way down to the 2. So Edwards, who's had a tremendous true freshman season, picks up 23 there.
Good perimeter blocks by Crosby and Hurst on the outside, and Brian Edwards just splits the would-be tacklers to get the Gamecocks inside the 5.
So 1st and goal from the 2. Dowdle up the middle. And he's denied the end zone. So 2nd and goal now from inside the 1. And this time he's kept out again. Met behind the line of scrimmage and pushed back. South Florida says the ball came out. And it is South Florida ball. So Jamin Thomas comes up with it.
They're rolling on the field. There's a fumble. Recovered by first down.
So Thomas with the hit and the forced fumble and the recovery.
Yeah, Jawan Brown there as well, but Thomas, he's the guy that comes out of that pile with the football, and what a defensive stand by the Bulls.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. They hand it off up the middle. Across the 5. Tackled by Jones.
It's 4th down.
Maybe a quick pass out to Deebo Samuel. And that's been the one player right now in the second half that looks like he can provide a spark for this offense.
Bottom of your screen to your left. Bentley not looking that way now. Here comes pressure. Bentley running for his life. And he'll get dropped for a sack. Bruce Hector brings him down from behind.
Bulls bring pressure from the secondary. Godwin was also a guy breaking through the line of scrimmage to help force a 4th down.
So the 4th sack for South Florida takes the decision out of Will Muschamp's hands. He's going to go for a kick. He has an excellent kicker in Elliott Fry, so he's going to look for points to make this a 2-possession game, get it to 15. It'll be a 43-yarder. Sean Kelly, the holder. And it's good. So the Gamecocks get 3, make it a 15-point ball game with 22 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Flowers hands it off to Mack, bounces it outside, gets a block for the 1st down. So Marlon Mack, despite the first half injury, continues to be a workhorse. Montauk with the tackle, but not after a 13-yard gain for the all-time leading rusher in South Florida history.
A little less tempo by the Bulls. They're trying to work on this clock as the 4th quarter starts.
Again, the wide side of the field is naked for Flowers, but they looks to the short side, pumps, lofts it up to Adams, and that is intercepted. What a play by Bryson Allen Williams. I don't know if that was tipped or if Flowers just had second thoughts as he released it, but that was a funny release from the hand.
I think it was more he had second thoughts. Maybe a receiver ran the wrong route and he tried to stop his throwing motion because initially he's going to pump at the line of scrimmage looking for the explosive play down the field, and I think he just wanted to pull the string because his receiver may have crossed him up. But what an athletic interception by Bryson Allen Williams. Right now, if you're the freshman quarterback, Jake Bentley, you got to think one score at a time. Let's take it down, protect the football, and make sound decisions from the pocket.
With time. Long out, high throw. Samuel makes the grab and then gets hammered. So Khalid McGee lowering the boom, but Samuel with that strength holds on for a 12-yard gain. Our player spotlight brought to you by PlayStation View. So 1st and 14, the flea flicker. Looking for Samuel. No, he goes right back to Edwards. Wide open for the 1st down. So the coaching staff in Bentley showing faith in Edwards after the penalty. They give him a chance to make a big play, and he delivers. McGee with the tackle.
So back-to-back explosive plays for South Carolina. They hand the football off. It goes right back to Jake Bentley, and he does a good job of...
For injury to a defensive player. Officials timeout.
We haven't heard Hayden Hurst's name in a while. He'd be a guy to start looking at that tight end spot.
Off the play fake. Bentley steps up. Here comes pressure. Hit as he throws. Samuel makes the grab. Godwin with the tackle, but a very good catch because that one looked like a knuckleball coming out of his hand.
Good strength in the pocket by Jake Bentley. He felt the pressure coming from the edge. He stepped up just enough to get enough strength on the football. We said at the beginning, this big offensive line for South Carolina, can they sustain, can they stay on blocks long enough against a quick and athletic front 7 for South Florida?
So Turner in the backfield. Hurst in the slot to the right. Pressure coming off the edge. Bentley runs into his own man. Touchdown! What a catch by Edwards. What a play by Bentley to keep it alive. Somehow that ball got through Ronnie Hoggins and to the hands of Brian Edwards.
Unbelievable play by South Carolina. It looked like Hoggins was going to knock it down with his right hand, but I think the ball skips off the top of his hand into the arms of Edwards in the back of the end zone. It looks like it just skips.
It's under review.
And his both hands are under it, it appears from that angle. You're right, John. Absolutely, it hit the hands of Hoggins. Bentley runs into his own man and somehow bounces off and throws the ball.
After
Calls
further
in.
review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
So he knocked it up instead of knocking it down, and
That's
that
right.
gave Edwards a chance. And now the extra point will make it a one-possession game, get it to 8. So Coach Muschamp's Gamecocks will not go away here in Birmingham. Fry on for the extra point. And it's good. We have ourselves a good one in Birmingham. Back to Legion Field after this. Adams has been his go-to guy on 3rd and long. Flowers comes out of the pocket early. Complete for a first down. Nice grab by Bronson.
Amen, a good throw beats good coverage every time, and there's no defense when a guy just tries to tuck it and run. And
They went to Wilcox last time. Adams is out. Let's see what they come up with here on 3rd and long. Out of the reach and incomplete. Bulls looking for a flag, but it'll stand. Incomplete, looking for McCants, so a stop by the Gamecock defense.
Shot Benton, very tight coverage in front of the Bulls bench. A lot of contact, no flag.
Jake Bentley, but he has some work left to do, but it starts on the ground. Turner breaks through, still on his feet, out to midfield and into South Florida territory. What a strong run by A.J. Turner.
And that's been the difference in the second half. Starting the 3rd quarter, the Gamecocks offensively, they're able to run the football with Dowdle, and now A.J. Turner breaking multiple tackles right up the middle. So
South Carolina just 2 of 10 on 3rd downs here this afternoon. 3rd and 8. Bulls fans starting to make some noise.
Bulls have been bringing pressure on 3rd down.
Picked up for now. Bentley has a man open. It's Samuel with the grab. Escapes one man, bounces off another, down to the 20. 23 yards.
Get the football to your playmakers in critical situations. And Samuel has been strong. He's been physical. And the freshman quarterback is starting to play like a veteran.
South Florida showing pressure up the middle. Bentley gets rid of it to Samuel. Gets away from one man, gets the first down. 1st and goal, South Carolina. Devin Abraham forces him out of bounds, but Samuel has been the go-to guy for South Carolina. He's in the slot now on 1st and goal as we approach 4.5 minutes left. Right up to gut goes Turner.
Ball's on the
Ball
ground.
comes loose. They say South Florida ball. Another turnover inside the 5 for South Carolina. Khalid McGee in on the play for the Bulls in the recovery.
Turner was so good on that series offensively for South Carolina, but it looked like that big collision right there.
Fullwood.
Huge hit by Fullwood coming from the safety spot. Jars the football loose.
Recovered by the defense. First down.
Adams back in the game in the slot, now in motion. They run it. Johnson, nothing doing. Walton again. Bryson Allen Williams in on the play as well. So they are still within shooting distance here. Within striking distance, down by 8, and about to get good field position. 10 men on the line, now it's 9 men. Coming after it. Good high kick by Hernandez. Crosby. Lamons up from the 40. Still on his feet. Gets a block. Has the punter to beat.
Did he get the pylon?
Touchdown, South Carolina. Chris Lamons with the touchdown on the punt return, 41 yards.
Lamont's going for the pylon, only the kicker to beat, but it looked like when his legs crossed behind him, that left toe hits out of bounds around the 4-yard line. Right there, the 3-yard line. It looks like that left toe, or right toe actually, gets out of bounds around the 3-yard line.
After further review, the runner stepped out of bounds with the ball at the 2-yard line. Therefore, it will be South Carolina's ball, first and goal at the 2-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 2:45, please.
Now they go back to the shotgun. Hurst, the H-back to the left, Samuel in the slot to the right. Now Samuel in motion. Turner, touchdown, South Carolina.
Really good job by Turner putting the offhand down on the ground to keep his balance and propel himself into the end zone. Let's take another look. A.J. Turner, watch the offhand on the ground, and it gets him into the end zone. This is going to be a better look. Play side, makes himself small inside the tackle and squeezes into the end zone.
So now it comes down to this, a 2-point conversion. Bentley for Hurst. We are tied. The jump ball, and he outleaps Devin Abraham.
Give it to the 6'5" frame and let him post up in the back of the end zone. That's the play. You put enough air on the football if you're quarterback Jake Bentley. And what a job Hayden Hurst does attacking it, climbing the ladder, and getting that foot down.
Now David Reeves calling the plays for the first time all season with Willie Taggart on his way to Oregon. What does he call on 3rd and 2 with 40 seconds left? Quarterback keeper Flowers.
He didn't
short. So now T.J. Wiest has to make a decision. He could just let the clock run out to overtime. So he doesn't have to make a decision if he doesn't want to force the issue.
It looks like that's what they're going to do, Eamon. 20 seconds left to go in this football game, and the Bulls in no hurry of running a play.
What a comeback by South Carolina here in the Birmingham Bowl in Legion Field. South Florida offense has sputtered down the stretch here, due in large part to that man's defense. But Quentin Flowers and the Bulls offense get a chance here to set the tone. Off the play fake. Flowers thought about running. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Thrown into the end zone. Touchdown! Elkaina Dillon. And the play was kept alive by Flowers.
Quentin Flowers' ability to extend plays and keep plays alive is truly amazing. It looks like he's going to tuck this and run a couple of times, but he has the ability to keep his eyes down the field and still make an accurate throw and beat 2 South Carolina defenders in the back of the end zone.
And John, so similar to his touchdown pass against Johnson, you know the back end guys who can't let anyone behind them came up because of the threat of the run.
That's right. Got him out of position, Eamon, and that's all you need is a crease as a quarterback just to give you a little window to throw the football to.
So now Bear on for the extra point. And it's good. So can the Gamecocks answer again? Bringing pressure up the middle with Sanchez. And they get to him. That's going to be a face mask. So Livingstone tackled him high, and he must have grabbed a face mask.
Yeah, there's no question he was coming hot from that defensive end position.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 94. Half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down.
So it goes from a huge loss to a first down.
This is going to be a sack by Livingstone. He's coming in clean, and he gets a full hand on the face mask.
3rd and 6. They can get a first down without scoring. Line to gain is the 2.
You've got your big body tight end, Hayden Hurst, in the slot.
Pressure coming up the middle. Picked up, knocked away again. Looking for Hurst. Abraham with the coverage. So now it comes down to this. 4th and 6 for the Gamecocks. Top of your screen. He's being lined up against Nichols. They got to get to the 2. Play fake. Here comes pressure. He's hit. The ball is loose. South Florida's going to win. It's all over. Mike Love with the hit. And the Bulls have won the Birmingham Bowl in overtime. Tonight's Capital One player of the game, Quentin Flowers. It came down to the defense, but what a play in overtime. 1 of 5 touchdowns.
5 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 2 through the air. He did everything possible for this offense for 4 quarters and through overtime, but it was the defense, as you said, Eamon, coming up big in overtime for the game winner.
And the game ends on South Carolina's 3rd turnover in the red zone. It was a game effort by the Gamecocks, but South Florida gets to win number 11 on the season. They win the Birmingham Bowl 46-39. Now it's time for the Belk Bowl.